Wednesday, September 3rd, 1941. Dear Diary, school started today. Hooray for second grade. I can't wait for art lessons to start. Your second grade friend, Tommy. School at last! We went to Miss Kennery's room and waited. Finally, Miss Philomena came in and told us what second grade room we'd be in. I was in Miss Gardner's room. So was Jenny Howlett and a lot of my friends. I went to Miss Gardner's room and looked around. I didn't see any fall leaves decorating the walls like some of the other rooms. Instead, I saw lots of arithmetic charts up, all numbers. Maybe I'd tell Miss Gardner that I could do some pictures for the bulletin board. Second grade was not like first grade. About a week after school started, it was my birthday. On September 15th, I was 7 years old. Last year, Miss Kennery let Mom come to the class on my birthday with a sheet cake for everyone. But Miss Gardner didn't allow birthdays in class, so no cake or cookies at school. Instead, Mom said that I could pick out 4 friends, and she would take us to the wild animal farm in Southington after school. When we got there, we saw a crow at the place where you went in. The man said the crow could talk, but it sounded just like caw, caw to me. Inside, we saw bunnies, a fox, a beaver, weasels, peacocks, but no tigers or boa constrictors like I hoped we would. But we had fun anyhow. I got some great presents this year. A wood-burning set, a pair of ball-bearing roller skates. Now I'm wearing 2 keys around my neck, my diary key and my skate key. And best of all, a box of 64 Crayola crayons. I knew we were going to have real art lessons this year with Miss Bowers, the real art teacher. I had already met Miss Bowers once when I was in kindergarten and made the Valentine box. Miss Bowers saw it and told me how much she really liked it. I wish Miss Bowers would hurry up and get here. I took my crayons to school the next day. I wanted to be ready for Miss Bowers whenever she finally came. Miss Gardner saw them and said, "Tommy, take those crayons home and leave them there." Miss Gardner wanted us all to use the same stupid school crayons. She only gave us 1 piece of paper, too. Mom told me that Miss Bowers only came to the school every 2 months or so, and she had to go to all the classrooms, not just ours. But finally, one afternoon before we went home, Miss Gardner told us that Miss Bowers was coming to our classroom the next day. Well, that night I could hardly sleep. The next morning, Miss Bowers came in wearing her blue artist's smock and carrying a big box of thick colored chalks. I had secretly brought my 64 Crayolas to school, even though Miss Gardner had forbidden them in her classroom. When I saw those colored chalks, I was sure Miss Bowers would understand. 2 boys from 6th grade followed her into the classroom, holding a big piece of paper from the paper roll at the end of the hallway. Miss Bowers put the paper up over the blackboard. She turned around and I knew the art lesson was about to begin. I wasn't sure what it would be, but I was excited and ready. Well, the morning started off badly. First of all, Miss Gardner handed out those awful school crayons and our 1 piece of paper. Then Miss Bowers started to talk about Thanksgiving coming and how we would learn to draw a pilgrim man, a pilgrim lady, and a turkey. Oh boy, I thought, this will help me when I make the place cards for Thanksgiving dinner. So now, boys and girls, Miss Bowers said, copy what I do. Copy? Real artists don't copy. My twin cousins told me that. They should know because they had studied at a real art school in Brooklyn. I just sat there. Miss Gardner saw me sitting with a frown on my face. She said something to Miss Bowers. They came over to my desk. "What's the matter now?" Miss Gardner asked. I didn't answer. I took my 64 Crayolas out of my desk and spoke to Miss Bowers. I told her about the 1 piece of paper. I told her about my cousins and how real artists don't copy. "And besides," I said, "I am going to be an artist when I grow up." Then I told Miss Bowers how I had drawn right on my sheets, under the covers, and how Mom and Dad had let me draw on the walls before they put on the plaster when they were building our new house. I told her I drew whenever I could. Well, was I lucky. Miss Beulah Bowers understood completely. "But I have to be fair to the rest of the children, Tommy," she said. "So if you draw the pilgrims and the turkey using the school crayons, I'll give you another piece of paper and you can draw whatever you want with your own crayons. Okay, I said, and I did. I changed the way Miss Bowers drew noses, though. I liked the way I drew them better. I think she did too. For my own drawing, I drew a picture of Mrs. Bowers in her blue smock and with all the beautiful combs in her hair. She asked if she could have it, but I explained that I had to keep it. She understood that too. That day, Mrs. Bowers and I became really good friends. She never came to our school without saying, "Hello, Tommy. Do any new drawings lately?" Mrs. Bauer knew the answer would be yes, and she always took the time for me to show them to her. Halloween, Friday, October 31st, 1941. Dear Diary, wow, I got lots of candy tonight. I went out dressed as a rich lady. I wore Mom's fur and jewelry, just like Cousin Kitty. No one knew me. Your best friend Tommy, the artist. Saturday, November 15th, 1941. Dear Diary, well, I finally have my Judy. There are only 4 of us in class at Miss Leah's: Patty Clark, Billy Burns, and Carol Morrissey. She is my partner. I think she is even better than Joan Quixote. Watch out, Mickey and Judy. Your best friend, Tommy. Sunday, November 30th, 1941. Dear Diary, I made the place cards for Thanksgiving dinner. I drew Pilgrim ladies for Nana and Mom. I drew Pilgrim men for Tom, Dad, and Uncle Charles. I drew Pilgrim boys for Buddy and me. I drew a Pilgrim baby for Maureen. Nana liked them. Christmas is coming fast. We saw Santa Claus turn the lights on downtown. I need to make my Christmas lists. Your best friend, Tommy.